yeah, it's good. Alhamdulillah. All good.
Here we go. The World Cup has started,
Mhm.
and today we're going to be talking about the World Cup because, yeah, it's a weird one, right? I'm actually not that excited about the World Cup as I usually am. I don't know if
Mhm.
you're like that, but it's just like it's not quite the same.
I think it's because we're in UAE,
Maybe.
so it isn't, and also most of the matches are at night. So I
Yeah.
think in UK there's more of definitely more of a World Cup vibe.
Mm.
You see the flags everywhere and stuff like that. So yeah.
Those are not about the World Cup. Those are about
Okay, sorry.
nationalists who
They
want
were
to get rid of
about the World Cup. Okay.
everybody who is not white. But it's a whole different thing.
That's another
So
day. You're gone.
yeah, do you remember your first World Cup?
Yeah. Quite vividly. So I mean, technically, I would have been. I was around 1982. I was too young. 1986. I was too young. I don't remember that. So
yeah, 1982. You wouldn't remember that.
no, I remember 86. I don't
Yeah.
remember either.
Yeah.
I do remember 90 because we went on
Yeah.
we were on a school trip on the same day of the first day of the World Cup, and
Right.
I remember the trip and like. Yeah, I want to watch the first match. And I remember
Yeah.
the first match was Cameroon beating Argentina, and that was a big
Oh
deal.
yeah,
That was
was
a
like
big
whoa.
deal. Yeah.
Because especially as like Pele had done the whole, I think an African team is going to win it before
Yeah.
the beginning of the new century.
Yeah, that didn't
And
work out.
well,
But
that
yeah.
didn't quite work out. Yeah. Especially considering, spoiler alert,
Mhm.
the first match of this World Cup,
Mhm.
South Africa got battered.
Yeah, yeah.
South
You
Africa
know
were
what?
absolutely just
But
smashed.
it did, yeah. So like just going back to that memory, and I think the England got to the semis. So I remember that quite
Yeah.
vividly, that World Cup, and it was a big deal. And I still remember they did beat Cameroon in the quarters. They lost them
Yeah.
anyways in the
Yeah.
semis, and that was like the first time bloody got hit by England and their disappointments.
Yes.
That was the first of
Yeah.
many. That was the first of
You've got to
many.
be tough. Like, people like you and me are very, very like psychologically tough because
Yeah.
we support England despite my tie. We support England in football, in international football, and
Yeah.
Spurs in club football. So there's not a lot to be celebrating, to be honest.
No, I think we should mention like that. There are a lot of people that I grew up with, like, similar to us, but they hate England. Like, they would hate the
Yeah.
fact. And it's like, I think there's lots of deep reasons about it. For whatever reason, they just hate England and they want them to lose. And I came across that a lot, and I don't really know. I think
Oh, I
England
know
have.
why. It's just.
It's the whole colonial stuff, right? There's that.
Well, it's
Yeah.
this self-doubt. It's like we've touched on this before in one of our episodes where it's the lack of belonging, right? Because they don't feel like they belong in the UK. And really what that comes down to is themselves, not anybody else. Because if they went, screw you, we belong here, then it wouldn't matter what anybody else thought. But they allow other people to go, well, you don't belong here. And they go, oh, we must not belong here.
Yeah, that's a deeper discussion. I think UK have done a great job of making people feel belong. And the reason why I say that because the US have done an amazing job. Because when I talk to my US relatives, they're like, they're proud to be American. Do you know what I mean? It's just But anyway, we have kind of discussed this in the past. But I just wanted to touch on that. But yeah, it's to some people it's like it's controversial, isn't it? So yeah, what was yours first memory?
So I vaguely remember 86, and it is really the controversy around the Maradona, the Argentina England game, which I think was a quarterfinal. I feel like it was a quarterfinal.
You might be right. Yeah.
can't remember now.
The hand of football and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, funnily enough, he did this goal.
Yeah.
Kind of jumped up and did that, and then
Yeah.
5 minutes later, he scored arguably the greatest ever goal scored ever. Which was like, because there's so much context there, right? There's not so much subtext. It's not just that he scored that amazing goal and it was Argentina against England. But kind of 2-3 years before that, England and Argentina had gone to war, and the Falklands War happened, and it was a lot deeper than, it was like Argentina, who was, I assume, I mean, I've looked at the economic data, basically a third world country against this international colonial superpower, England. And for whatever reason, they thought that that the people of Falkland don't agree with that. And it was Maradona, who was quite a socialist, anti-colonial figure, which is interesting, who had really gone up against that and gone, you know what, screw you guys, I'm gonna do you over, and he did. It was like it was the football aspect of just Maradona being, for me, the greatest ever player, and then him going and firstly just doing whatever he could to score, and then secondly turning around and going, do you know what, screw you guys, and just scoring the most amazing goal.
That's England do get a lot of hate because of those colonial past reasons. The whole thing about Falkland Island is typical kind of, they just went over to an island and said, this is ours. And then that's basically what happened. And then they kind of annoy everyone around them who were doing that. But when I've always noticed, like, when teams play against England, they go all out. This is like, the teams that are just rubbish against everyone else. Like when it comes to England, they are all up for it.
And I think we've got the most rivalries as well. Biggest rivalry for France, probably England. Biggest rivalry for Germany, England. Biggest rivalry for Argentina is probably England. Although Argentina and Brazil is massive as well. I mean, everybody's got that. I mean, Germany and the France don't like each other at all, so they have a big rivalry, football rivalry. But the funniest kind of rivalry that I've seen, and it's been very, very funny. I think it was in 2000 and I don't want to say 2006, but maybe it was earlier than that, when Iran beat the USA. Which was hilarious because it was like, I think it was 1-0. And I don't know if you remember that, but it was like, there's no way Iran could beat. There's no way Iran could beat the US. I mean, the US are not considered a top football league nation, but Iran are kind of third or even fourth tier, right? And what year was that? Let me just check.
While you're checking, there's a possibility they could play each other in this World Cup, which would be crazy. That would just be.
That would be.
This is the first World Cup where the host nation is at war with one of the countries involved.
And 98. Okay, it was 98. I thought it was in. I thought it was in the later than that. I thought it was in 2006. It was 98, and it was 2-1. And interestingly, the Iranians came out and tried to be all, let's make peace, and they gave them a white rose as a
Actually, I do remember that now.
And it was a big deal because the Iranians come out and said, let's try and be peaceful, let's try and be friendly and all that. But to some extent, the situation is very different this year. There's no chance of that kind of white rose and any of that, because the political situation in the US is messed up. And I mean, the bit I don't understand. I don't understand it, but I think it's out of order that the US have now had 2 World Cups, and they don't even know what the name of the game is. Right? They call it soccer. Right? Well, I think that should be the very first thing. FIFA should have sat down with them and said, "Listen, you can only have the World Cup if you call it football, because football is football and soccer is nothing. There's no such thing." And England's only had it once.
Only what? Won it once.
only had it once. It's only been in England once.
Oh, yeah. Which is surprising.
Which is kind of out of order.
I think I'm sure they've bidded for it. They've tried. I think like this is why 3 countries are sharing it now. Like, on a different note, like it is so expensive to host, like for a country, and so it's a case of. I think there's a lot of more red tape and stuff like bureaucracy. So if let's say England wanted to host it, I think there'll be a massive uproar because of the costs involved.
But then I think you'd make your money back because if you were in England,
you could argue that, yeah.
You would make your money back because it's not that difficult for African people to come there. It's not difficult at all for European people to come there. It's not difficult for South Africans and South Americans and Americans to come. So it's quite a good location for all of the big footballing teams or footballing nations to get there. It's not even that far from the Middle East, right? I think everybody would come.
Oh yeah, I mean they did the Euros, didn't they? Was it Euro 2020? I want to say.
They kind of had to. It was in 2020. Yeah, they kind of had to because
it happened in 2021.
Where was it supposed to be? It was supposed to be somewhere else, and that was affected by the. Yeah, it was supposed to be. The Euros weren't supposed to be there. It only happened because last minute because of COVID.
I forgot all of this. Hang on, where was it supposed to be then?
I don't know. I want to say. I want to see somewhere else. I can't remember. One of the things I've noticed is this year other countries are in the World Cup because it's got this new expanded format of having 350 teams. Feels like there's more teams than there are countries in the world.
Hang on. Yeah, Euro 2020 was hosted in 11 countries. How did I forget this? Oh, it was
because the final was in England. I don't think the final was supposed to be.
Remember. Yeah.
I think it was hosted all over the place, so people didn't have to travel as much.
Gotcha.
Because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of Muslim countries. I think there's Morocco, Turkey, there's Algeria, is that Tunisia?
Tunisia is there.
Egypt is Egypt
there.
Jordan, which is weird.
Jordan is there. Yes. Yeah, there's quite a few.
Uzbekistan is Uzbekistan a Muslim country? That's really
on Wikipedia, yes, but in reality,
not really.
They're a bit
Bosnia.
Chilled.
Bosnia
are Muslim. Yeah, they're
Bosnia playing tonight against Canada. Yeah, they're a bit like Muslim light. Muslim light.
Muslim light. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the 90 World Cup, I remember really, really clearly. Like, I was fully invested. I was fully watching every game, and it was the last World Cup where I was like, "This is the most amazing thing ever."
It is. Do you know what was great about it is watching it with family and people, and it was such a family thing where I remember just everyone used to sit on the TV to watch it. Whereas now people are a bit more, I think, I don't know what it is. They're a bit more picky about what they want to watch. But back then, it was such a big event. And
I remember very clearly. And
good memories.
And obviously, England's situation was interesting because it had quite a few big Tottenham players in it.
Yeah.
And that was the same time as I really kind of, theoretically, I was a Tottenham supporter before then, but it was at that point where I was like, oh, right, I really get it now. Because Tottenham had just won the FA Cup. Oh, no, they won it the year after. Sorry, Gazza and Lineker come along.
Yeah, Gazza was.
And Gazza and Lineker were central, along with Waddle, to, I think Gary Mabbott was in that team. I would say Gary Mabbott.
Just a side story. In that famous scene where Lineker said, Gazza's crying. Okay.
Yeah.
You see the doctor, the England doctor, team doctor there, right? He's this guy with like a moustache and glasses, right? That was my GP. That guy was.
No way. That's so weird.
So my GP, he was the England team doctor, but I was too young to quite understand. Okay, I would have been around 19. It is a big deal because when I used to go to his surgery, do you know when two teams play, they swap this thing? Tassel thing.
Yeah. The tassel thing. I don't know what it is.
He had loads of them on his wall, and they're all signed by the players, right? So at the time, I didn't quite get it as a kid, but now later,
it's massive.
oh,
Yeah.
wow, you should do it. So yeah, that's a little sad story. Yeah.
And I very clearly remember kind of Lineker and his whole kind of the goals, and I very clearly remember that David Platt goal when the ball comes over his shoulder and turns. Yeah, that was such a good goal.
Big moments.
And I remember Cameroon and Gary Lineker getting the penalty.
Yeah.
And it was very funny because there was the whole argument, especially in the Asian community, he just dived. And he did probably. And it was like, I don't care. And it was that I'll kind of get where the bias of people's thoughts and views comes from, because people believe what they want to believe, right? Because they go, right, well, let's hope he wasn't diving, but he probably did dive. And we got that penalty. And then it was really sad. I remember being just devastated. I remember genuinely being really upset when they lost, because it went to penalties. Obviously, Gaza Gaza, had that tackle. Did he get red carded?
No, he got yellow
card. He got a yellow card.
But it means he misses the final. If they got to the final, he missed. That's why he cried.
Did he have three? I think he had 3 yellow cards or four yellow cards or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And that meant he was gonna miss the final.
And
I think, and the other thing,
the
other thing I really remember about that is the opposition. So becoming very aware of Klinsmann and Rudy Voller. Rudy Voller. Oh, he was a nasty piece of work.
Roger Miller.
Roger Miller, Lothar Matthäus.
Schillaci.
Schillaci.
Roberto Baggio.
Was Baggio in that? Yeah, Baggio was probably there, young.
And that he ended up being my favourite player, like in the 90s. I was just like...
So that's weird. So my favourite player who was non-English at that time, definitely Romário. And Romário was around in that World Cup.
I think he was. I think he was more in the 94. But yeah, he might...
He was massive in 94. Yeah, I think he was there in 90. And, although the Brazilian team were not the same that year. They were just not in it.
But so that was a really good World Cup, and it's the first memory as well, earliest memory, and you remember those things.
And I remember the Argentina. There was Argentina against Italy, I think, in the other semi-final, and then Argentina against Germany, and Germany won it.
Maradona was in that one as well. I remember. Did he get sent off, or someone got sent off? I can't remember. There was some red cards that got controversy. So that set us up for the next World Cup, and they didn't qualify.
And they didn't make it.
That was
how did they not make it? I don't understand.
Disappointing. I was gutted. Like I was peak football, like into it.
Yeah, I was like 14.
I was
then,
like, this.
And it was like New England.
And then New England. That was.
It was just not the same. It was just like, what's going on here? But people look down on the 1994 World Cup.
Yeah.
I actually still quite enjoyed it, because there wasn't that there's going to be heartbreak here. Right, it wasn't that.
Yeah, you can enjoy it.
I just enjoyed it for it.
And
And properly kind of supported my second team, which was Brazil, where this happened. And it was Romário. And I loved Romário, man. Romário was just such a gangster. So famously, he played for Barcelona, and he went. He didn't know anybody. Apparently, he was like always. They were always arguing with him, and he's like, "You guys are there to just run around and pass the ball to me so I can score." It's just like, and he said that to me when he said it out loud. It was not one of those things where it was quiet. But he apparently came out and said they need to stop complaining. Then their job is to run around and give the ball to me so I can score, and that's just genius. So funny. And he was. If you go back and watch his videos, like, why don't we know more about this guy? This guy's he's amazing. He's real, just mercurial talent. And I think if he was around now, he'd be worth like 150 million easily. He's just a magical player. And it's weird. I think the players then, there was a lot more. It was a lot more about the personal skill of the player. And I think between maybe even the 60s. I mean, I don't know, because that was before our time. And this is one of the things. The thing that happened before our time, like Pele, we kind of don't. I don't really appreciate Pele. Like some of the older people will go, "Oh, Pele was amazing." I was like, was he? I don't know about that.
Well, no, he was like World Cup. He was amazing. But he didn't play in Europe, so he doesn't. Same kind of like they say he scored 1,000 goals. Against who?
Yeah.
John.
Against who? Yeah. So Ronaldo famously said, when I say Ronaldo, I mean Cristiano Ronaldo famously said, I'm going to score 1,000 goals. I think he's on 900 and something. And he goes, and they're all recorded.
Oh,
and I'm like, that's kind of taking the mickey a little bit. But yeah, that whole 1,000 goal thing is a bit. I mean, Pele won the World Cup twice.
Yeah.
Other amazing players in that team. Like Garrincha was amazing. I think was Socrates in that team. I want to say Socrates was, but maybe he was later.
I remember. I think it's later.
There's a few amazing players in that team. But I think Maradona was the first player that was almost single-handedly just kind of went, right, we're winning a World Cup. Come on, boys, follow me.
Yeah.
And he just brilliant. And that was the famous World Cup, the '94 World Cup, where he was off his head, shall we say?
Yeah.
And he scored that amazing goal. Yeah. Well, who's that against? I believe it was like a Paraguay or Ecuador or something.
I can't remember. Yeah.
And he just stuck in the face. He stuck his face in the camera and went, rah. You're like, oh, I want to down that dosage a bit. I think you went a bit too much there.
Yeah.
And it was really sad. So people have this debate like, who's better, Messi or Maradona? And I'm like, Maradona had all these issues. He was like mentally unstable, and he still won a World Cup on his own, pretty much.
Yeah.
For me, Maradona's way better.
Yeah, I would agree. Like there's just something about him, isn't it? But are we just biased because we're old?
I don't know.
That could be a possibility, but I think that goal against England, where he took on the whole team, was just. And that was a good England team as well. That
was a good England team.
Proper
they
defenders.
Were solid.
And for him to do that, like, I've not seen anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
And the other thing with the '94 World Cup, it was a weird one because Brazil won it, but it wasn't like the Brazil before then.
No.
So before then, it was all about Diogo Benito and Samba and styling it out.
So interestingly, like it was all about that, but they didn't win the World Cup with that kind of culture.
Yeah.
So they got this what's it called? This guy in. I forgot who it was, the manager, and he kind of changed it.
Big Joe, Big Ron, Big something.
And he kind of changed it to make like, okay, we need to do a bit more.
He's got the moustache.
Yeah. We need. He was doing a moustache. I can't remember. No, anyway, he changed it to say like, we need to be a bit more defensive, and then as well, it's not just about attack. And I think it worked.
Yeah.
They were a little bit more boring, but you need to be like that to win a World Cup. Yeah.
And Carlos Alberto Pereira. That's it. He did have a moustache. I'm thinking of the other guy. And they did there was the very famous what's the word? Celebration. That the baby celebration.
The baby one.
Do you remember that? That was brilliant. Yeah. Bebeto, Romário, and someone else. And they had one of my favorite players at the time was Dunga.
Yeah.
He was just not Brazilian. He's like, oh, this guy is so not Brazilian. He's just like it's like he apparently he said his favorite player was like Mateus, Lothar Mateus, and they're like, you're Brazilian, bro.
Yeah.
Right. You would say it's Socrates, the Garrincha, or someone like that, Pele, but his favorite was like he was very defensive, and they had like a Cafu's for the first World Cup. That was Jorginho was in that World Cup squad. I think Leonardo was in there.
Yeah. I do remember.
I think Leonardo was in there.
Yeah.
And then famously again, Romário was he was the Golden Boot winner and I think he was Golden Boot winner, and the Ballon d'Or winner that year. So that team was pretty amazing.
Yeah, and I was supporting Italy at the time, and then Baggio missing that penalty. That was just devastating. I was like, wow. I felt so bad for him. And
he didn't deserve it. If there's one person,
I was a kid at the time, and I'm just like, that was the first time I felt so bad for someone, right? like really bad. I just because I remember the scene, right? He goes over, and he looked like he was gonna miss when he walked up to the ball. Because he was injured. He was a bit injured because he had a plaster on his own. Anyway, he got them to that final, right? He scored them really important goals, and then World Cup final. Imagine that, and he kicked it over, and he just looks down, and I'm just like, Oh man, the only other time talking about the other time, this is slightly unrelated, was when Lewis Hamilton he got beaten by Verstappen on that last race in Abu Dhabi where they missed out him, and then Lewis Hamilton just stops the car and just staring and like I know he's got his helmet on, but he's just
You
sitting
can tell
there like
he's
that.
just like he's just out of it.
He's just sitting there like that, and apparently he's still not over it. I know. Anyway,
Don't
those
blame him.
moments,
They screwed him over.
they
I
screwed
think
him over.
those are really out of order.
Yeah,
and then we come on to 98 World Cup. So these, I feel like these 3 World Cups were the World Cups of my childhood, really. And they were, for some reason, they were more special than anything after that. No other World Cup since that has been quite the same. I mean, 98 was,
I think,
just
I think it's when you're a kid, it's different, and you have a lot more time. I remember just literally watching every match.
Yeah, watching every game.
Pretty much
in the summer as well, right?
And in the summer, and it was in the evening. The kickoffs were so
so France was evening World Cup. So they would have kickoff probably I think 5 and 8.
Yeah.
And they would play a game.
Yes.
I love those first two and a bit weeks or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because there's football on
every day,
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go or come. What are you doing? And that was a famous one where Beckham came into it. And I remember I used to work at Harrods at the time, and the quality one where was that the one where Beckham did the free kick, or was that 2022? No, that was the one. That was the one where Beckham did the free kick, I think. It was against Greece.
No,
it was in the qualifying. It was before.
That was qualifying.
Was that later?
No, that was qualifying for. I can't remember what it was qualifying for, actually. I think it might have been qualifying for the World Cup, possibly.
It was qualifying, but I don't know if it was qualifying for the 2002 or 98. But I remember I was in the warehouse and somebody had the match on in the background. I was all like watching around. Oh God, they're not going to qualify again. And I think it wasn't 98 because it was like they didn't qualify in 94. Now they're not going to qualify again. They're so crap. And Beckham stands up like I think late in that game.
Legendary.
And Beckham scores. It was like yes,
legendary.
Amazing thing. And then that World Cup was again kind of the whole Ronaldo thing. Zidane had appeared. From somewhere. Well, Ronaldo has been amazing.
Yeah. England got knocked out because Beckham's kick. He kicked that.
Yeah.
Right.
He kicked Diego Simeone.
And he got Simeone, and he got vilified. I remember. Like, Beckham was properly and like England does that to people. Like they'll build them up. They'll build them up, and they'll absolutely like vilify someone at the same time. And if he's like, I think he did an interview or something like that, and like, obviously that really affected him. You know, that would affect anyone.
For a long time, I think it affected him in a big way because it was not only the fact that he'd, messed something up, he'd made a mistake, and to be fair, he got a red card, or did he get 2 yellow cards? I can't remember. I think he got a red card.
I think he got
outright red card. That wasn't really a red card. That wasn't really a red card offence. He just kind of stuck out his leg a bit. And it was pretty out of order to give him a red card for that. But he was absolutely smashed.
And that was the one Owen scored that amazing goal. That was the one.
Yeah, Owen scored that amazing goal. So that game happened on a weird thing. So I didn't watch that game because that was a weird time for me. I don't think you know this, but my mom passed away on that day.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's very weird. So I remember it being like the World Cup matches happening in the background. I'm going to the hospital, and I remember like there's all this excitement about the World Cup match and being just completely numb to it, and then finding out later that all this stuff happened. So I didn't watch that game, obviously. Didn't know about it until a few days later, really, because you're just out of it, right? And I remember my cousin going, "Listen, England have lost. Just don't go anywhere on your own tonight."
Wow.
It's like what? Yeah. Okay. Because obviously there's this.
Yeah, because they would always riot and stuff up. Or
there would always be some sort of trouble. Yeah.
They lost.
People getting drunk and there was all that going on. So I remember that very clearly. And then I happened to be then in Pakistan for the World Cup final. So when the whole thing about Ronaldo getting sick and stuff happened, it was like, what's going on? I don't quite understand something's happened here. But it was like, where has he gone? He's been the best player along with Zidane. And then it's just, he's not going to play. And once he was not going to play, once that happened, whatever happened, I think it was over. That game was going to be France's game. And I do wonder what happened. That is a massive
there's a conspiracy in it.
Conspiracy theory, yeah.
Around
Sorry, the cat he was on the window ledge, and then I don't know what he was trying to do, but he fell off it. So stupid. He's gone. And then 2002, was the 2002 in Korea? I want to say that was the one in Korea. No, it wasn't, was it? Was it later?
No, you're right. It was in It was in Japan and Korea, wasn't it?
Yeah. No. I wrote 2022 and I meant 2002. It was in Korea. And that was weird because that's the first World Cup that was not in Europe or South America or Europe and America. And I think that's really good. So one of the things people complain about, the World Cup, it's now in all the other countries and the quality is not quite the same and this and that. I'm like, nonsense. You got to beat what's in front of you, and you've got to win more matches now than you've ever got to win before. And if the likes of Korea, and if that World Cup hadn't happened then, maybe Son Heung-min wouldn't have been such a big star, right?
It's true,
because
surely
the World Cup being in your country affects how much you how much you value something, how much you like something. And football is massive in Korea.
Yes.
It is. So it is just huge. So I have friends who went to Korea last year when Spurs did their tour, and Son was there, and they go, flipping hell, these people are mad. It's like, so they just happened to stay in the same hotel as the Tottenham team.
Oh yeah.
They go, people were waiting outside for like all night for Son Heung-min to turn up, and they got this weird kind of hero worship of him particularly, but of all of the other players. It's not just they're not kind of crazy about all the other players.
I think
it's massive. So and it's weird now. So you would in the time that the World Cup happened in 2002, you would never expect a European team to lose to an Asian team. Spoiler alert: last night, South Korea beat Czech Republic.
Yes, yeah, actually.
And they dominate them. I don't know if you saw highlights.
I watched it,
but
I watched highlights.
They scored a lucky Czech Republic scored a lucky Arsenal-esque goal where they threw it in and then someone headed it. Like you've been learning from Arteta basically. And Korea genuinely looked good. They looked like a team who were playing football, playing it well, trying different things, passing, taking people on. They were playing properly.
They were.
Actually, that 2002, I think there is an argument to be made that Brazil team was the greatest ever international team.
If we look at some of the players, you might be right. And in terms of the players they had, So I remember Ronaldinho scoring that goal against England.
Oh, that's annoying. But it's funny because it was against David Seaman. David Seaman going, ooh.
But that had some players in it. If I look at the list, you had Roberto Carlos. I keep calling him Roberto Larcos because of Pro Evolution.
Cafu, Gilberto, like Clemson, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo,
Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho. Did they have what's his name? The legend of Pro Evolution. Hang on, what am I talking about? Is he?
Marcos.
Kaká was in that team.
Kaká was in that team. Was he? Oh wow,
Kaká,
I forgot about him.
He was in the squad. I'm looking at the squad.
But he was quite young then, I think. 20-year-old Kaká. Yeah, Nielsen was there. Oh, Adriano was there.
That's what I'm thinking about. Adriano, was he there?
Adriano came later on.
He's not on the site I'm looking at. Anyway.
So I don't think he was in that squad. I think he came along later on.
There's some legendary players on there. Like, wow.
I mean, Ronaldo, Rivaldo is
me.
Probably the greatest ever front line. You could argue easily.
You say all that, they didn't win it. Okay, who won it in 2002?
Brazil.
Okay. You sure? Why did I think-
Yes. Ronaldo scored 2 goals in the final.
Okay. Right, you can cut
Yeah,
that bit out.
just-
Cut that out. Yeah, hang on.
Oh, I'm not going to cut it out. That's brilliant. Well, they didn't win. Except they won. The interesting thing is South Korea got to the semi-final in that World Cup.
Of course they won it. That's a mad team. South Korea got to what?
Semi-finals.
Yes, because the host of the countries normally do well.
Definitely have a home advantage. Yeah, massive food. I mean, this is why I don't think England are going to win it again until
They
it's in
host
England
it.
again. Yeah.
No, do you know what? I'm talking about England, right? Are we talking about England now?
Well, let's
England's
talk about
chances.
England now. Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about England, Johnson.
I think that they're not what the England that they used to be, like all nervous and stuff. And I remember, oh
Yeah,
my God,
true.
like the part. What was that one against Iceland? Oh my God, that was so bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
between 90.
yeah, and it's just
Actually, between 90 and about 2000 and
actually
2018, it was like flipping hell. It's just
Like,
over and over
actually,
again. The same thing
let's-
happens.
let's go back. Actually, we won 2002. Let's go back 2006. Makes sense because
Yeah,
that was the golden generation, right?
that was the golden
that was
generation.
the
Rio
England team.
Ferdinand,
That
Terry,
was
what's his name?
Rooney,
Lampard,
Lampard.
Rooney, Owen was still there, Beckham was still there. What's his name? Gerrard, Scholes,
yeah,
the
like
Neville
that.
brothers.
They were supposed to win it.
It's
innit?
been, yeah,
They were supposed to win
That's-
it. And the Neville brothers. Yeah, I'm trying to get the squad. Hang on, what is it? Oh, here we go. Paul Robinson in goal. David James, Robert Green. Like all
the
three
goalkeeper's
amazing.
enough for, yeah.
Yeah, defenders Neville, Ashley Cole, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry,
Yeah,
Wayne
I forgot
Bridge,
back, yeah.
Jamie Carragher, Sol Campbell, Judas, right? And then
It's the worst word
midfield,
I'd use, but normally.
midfield Gerrard, Beckham, Lampard, Joe Cole, Owen Hargreaves, Jennings, okay, Carrick,
Obviously.
Aaron Lennon,
Yeah.
forwards Rooney, Owen, Crouch, Stuart Downing, forgot about him, and then Theo Walcott. So,
I blame Theo Walcott.
huh?
I blame Theo Walcott.
Yeah, I remember, was he like 17 or something?
Yeah,
Anyway,
he was very young.
they were supposed to win it, and I think
Yeah.
we'll find out later they all hate each other. It turns out, anyway.
Yeah, even recently I saw a podcast where Gerard's going, yeah, we just not get on. We didn't talk. We didn't communicate. We all went off in our own rooms, and And I think the biggest issue, not the biggest, but one of the massive issues with England is the Premier League is so strong that you can't ever see an Arsenal and a Tottenham player getting on really at the World Cup
yeah.
because they still hate each other and they still very vehemently
Well,
oppose one another, and they can't get away from that. They can't. It's very
Yeah.
difficult to go we're your enemy all season long,
Mhm.
and then for 6 weeks in the summer go, no, we're best
Yeah.
mates now. That's too hard to do.
but that's what's changing. Like what Southgate
Yeah, I
did,
think so. Yeah,
he somehow managed to get them to gel, to get
Mm.
them to not be nervous, and so on. I know that the actual way they played, like, was really get boring, but I
Yeah.
think you saw that they all kind of got on. They played as a team. I think Gareth Southgate got them playing as a team. And you didn't watch it thinking, "Oh my God, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. They're going to lose."
Yeah,
It
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
like that for most matches, I would say. Whereas, like, man, before I remember even the early group games, like, they would just look so
Bro,
dodgy.
they were just about qualifying. They were like, oh, they're going to qualify or not. It's a big doubt. Whereas in Southgate's era, it was like yeah, qualified, didn't lose a match.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
And then they were very consistent. Where did they get to? And
I think they got to semi-finals again.
semi-finals, and obviously 2 finals. They got to the Euro final twice in a row.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's a whole different team. And I think now Tuchel's like, I think I like the fact he doesn't care about. He kind of does what he wants. Like
Yeah.
he didn't get Cole Palmer. He didn't get.
Yeah.
He's picked Ivan Toney randomly, but actually,
Randomly, yeah.
Ivan Toney's good at penalties. So I think it's going to be interesting seeing how England play under him.
I think using him, the likes of what's his name? Is it Maduka? I
Madueke.
can't say his name.
Medusa.
Madueke. Medusa. His hair's like Medusa. That so and so as people like that will come out and be a bit more, take more responsibility. Well, I don't think Eze is very good. I think you missed. He's just very average. But maybe Saka will be a bit better than he's be.
Yeah.
But I think Bellingham, Rice, Kane, that central bit there is really, and then people like Gay, they're just a very central core. They're very, very strong core.
I think Kane is at his peak, I would say, right now, and I think big.
If he plays how he's had his season, they've got a real chance. And I think if he plays like he's been this season, he'll go. He might not be the golden boot scorer, but I think he'll be involved with the most goals and assists because he's the most complete forward in the world right now. He's more. He does more assists. I was listening to a podcast on it, and they said what they need is what they do at Bayern Munich. As soon as he drops off, the three other forward players, Musiala and Elise and whoever else it is, all bomb forward. And that's what England need to do. Bellingham and Madueke and what's his name? What's the ginger boy who's looks like about 12 years old? He scored in the last friendly. The Newcastle guy who's just gone to Barcelona.
The one that looks like Princess Diana. Gordon. Anthony Gordon, right? So he's genuinely quite good at that. I think they can bomb forward and they can do quite well. So that I think they've got a chance. But France and Spain are very, very strong. I don't think they're really quite as good as France and Spain. Like in the last, was it the Euros where England lost to Spain in the final?
Yeah.
And they were so much better. There was a clear difference in class between Spain and England. And just thought, wow, England are still not there yet, man. They're still not there.
I think the whole argument that they're just not as good on the ball as those teams. Right, as Brazil, as Argentina, as France, and as Spain. I think those are the four teams really. Maybe Brazil are less of a threat because I don't think they've got as complete a team as they've had in the past. I think Argentina is still very good. Messi can still turn up. I think France and Spain are very, very good. Maybe even Portugal have an outside chance. They've got a couple of very, very good players.
I think they're the ones.
I think it's between them. I mean, normally in Europe, a European team wins, and in anywhere else in the world, a South American team wins.
A lot of times as well. Go on.
I think up until recently, that's been the case. Like in every single World Cup that's not been in Europe, a non-European team has won, and every single time it's been in Europe, a European team has won.
Interesting.
Let me just say winners. List of winners.
I think as well, like it's not always the best team that wins.
It's not.
It's the best group of players don't necessarily win it.
Yeah.
Both of England's matches are at midnight, so but
that's not too bad. I suppose it's like you're on holiday now, right?
I'm still not on holiday, but
all right. The first time out of Europe, Spain won out of Europe for the first time. Spain and Netherlands were in the final, and Spain won, and then Germany won it in Brazil, but then it's gone back to form where Argentina won it outside of Europe in Qatar, but France won it in Russia. So it's a weird one. Like so going to 2006, the golden generation of England was great, but the 2006 World Cup was legendary because of one incident, and it was just the funniest, maddest thing that has ever happened in international football, and that is Marco Materazzi getting absolutely smashed by Zidane in the chest, and basically that was the last big thing in Zidane's career. And he was like, for me, probably the second or third best ever player, right? It was for me Maradona, great big fat Ronaldo, and then it was a shame because he probably could have won that World Cup.
but like everyone has a limit. I mean, we still are we? Do we know what Materazzi said to him? Like, there's been
Apparently, he
talk
swore at
about
his sister. He said something about his sister. I think,
sister of terrorists, and I'm like, fair enough.
yeah,
So,
got me done.
do you know what I
Sometimes
mean?
the best
Don't
response is
matter.
a headbutt to the chest.
Don't matter if it's World Cup final. Don't care.
And
Don't
can we
sit.
just talk about what solid contact that was? It
Oh,
was
that
not.
was. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. That
I'm
was a
surprised you didn't
good
break a
headbutt.
rib or something. That was
That,
that
that
was
was
a
a good
solid
headbutt.
headbutt. I'd hate to be a football because that guy's giving me headless footballs, and he just butted him straight in the chest,
Yeah, yeah,
and it was full on,
yeah.
like with force. It wasn't just like a little. Do you know, like they do
No.
these sissy headbutts where two
Yeah.
footballers will go up against
Yeah,
each other like
yeah.
this,
No,
and
he was just
one will
like,
slightly
yeah,
move his head like that.
yeah,
It wasn't.
yeah.
It was like a
It was
full.
straight up. Yeah,
He took his arms up like this and went
yeah.
like that.
That's it.
And I was
Yeah.
like, yes, and it's and everybody kind of went, all right, fair enough. It was like when Cantona fly
Kick,
kicks
yeah,
that Crystal Palace. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, I think that's reasonable. It's all right. It's all good. But then after that, I mean, the South African one was kind of interesting because it was the first one in Africa and they had the vuvuzelas and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But 2014, 2018, 2020 for me were not quite as big, or maybe it was because of just me personally. But I didn't quite connect with them in the same way that I'd connected with
Me neither. But
with
like
those ones before.
but then like I think life happens, and other stuff happens,
Yeah.
as well. But yeah, you're right. I can't actually remember much about
Yeah, I don't remember
2014
much. I can't tell
or
you like what was the big
2018.
incident.
Yeah. It's I can't. But when you think about how vivid memories are of 90
Yeah.
and 94,
90 or
and
94 or
like,
98.
it's a childhood thing, isn't it? I think
Maybe.
I think it's a childhood thing. But yeah, I don't remember
So
those.
who do you think's gonna win it?
I just think I think France. I think France are just there's something about France. I think they're too good.
But do you know what? They just they don't get on with each other. And I think that's going to be a problem. If there's one thing that will stop them from winning is the fact that Mbappe thinks he's better than everybody else. And like he's fighting with Kante. I don't know how you would fight with Kante. Kante's like the sweetest little guy ever. He's like laughing and he's messing around with everybody and he's just a sweet guy. How do you have an argument with him? It's just like, how does that work?
Yeah.
And that I think might mess them up. I think that is the thing which might see them not be able to win this.
Yeah.
Because without like cohesion, without a team being together, like like we just said, with England, the reason the golden generation didn't do well is because they didn't get on. They couldn't play as a team. I think which World Cup was it when they all kept fighting? Brazilians all kept fighting. I think it was in the French kept fighting. I think it was in 2010 where they always kind of went off.
Is that the one? There's a documentary about Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Is that what it's about?
They all had a big fight on the bus, and then they all didn't get on. And then
I want to watch that documentary. Yeah, so I'm going to watch it.
Then they got beaten by some like. Did they get beaten by Saudi Arabia? They got beaten by some like really. You wouldn't expect it. You're like, what?
You know, yeah. Who's your then? Who do you think will win?
I think you might Spain. Spain are more together. They've got the star quality. They've got a really, really solid midfield. They've got that star player in Lamine Yamal.
Yes, yeah.
I think they will win.
Yeah. Not the Germans. Not the Germans. They're not what they used to be.
The Germans are a good team, but they don't have anybody. They don't have a Klinsmann. They don't have a Muller.
Yeah.
Is it Muller that I'm thinking of? What's his name? Who am I thinking of? Last time the Germans won it was in 2014.
Yes.
I think it was Muller who's the one who scored the most goals.
Yeah.
They don't have that kind of player at the moment.
No.
They have a few good players. They have Wirtz and they have I think Musiala plays for them.
Havertz plays that front. Musiala, yeah. And again, they're not the big names that we used to hear about in German football. Yeah.
And I think this is the issue. I think you do need a big name. You don't need lots. But I can't think of let's look at the list, right? Argentina, Messi. France, Mbappe. Germany, Muller or whatever his name was. Spain flipping all of them, right? They
Yeah.
had like about 6 of them, and they all got on.
Yeah.
Italy, they cheated. Brazil, Ronaldo. France, Zidane. Brazil, Romário. West Germany, Klinsmann. Argentina, Maradona. Italy. What was that guy name? He went, that one. In 82. You know who I mean, right?
I know.
He scored a goal and then went off running and said his own name.
He went crazy. He just looked like a psycho. Yeah. What was
And then
his name?
all these,
annoy me. Yeah.
all these teams seem to have at least one superstar player, and I think that's the thing with Germany. I don't think they've got that superstar player. I think it will be Spain who will win it. I think England do have a chance. I think they could. I think the semi-finals will be England, Spain, France, and probably Argentina.
I think like Tuchel, I think he's out there to win it. I think everything's set up to win it. Not, that's what it is. I think being in 2 finals previously, last World Cup they got to the semis, lost to France. I thought that was unlucky. I think for the way they lost that, they could have won that match. So I think, there's potential. But actual legitimate potential winners, not in the past we were talking about, where every World Cup, people would say, pundits would say, well, I'm not going to win it. But
my favorite thing about the World Cup is that in every World Cup, some random player turns up.
Yes.
And just is amazing. It's like, who is this guy? Where's he come from? And it goes back to Toto Scalacci in the 1990 World Cup. I was like, who's this guy? Never heard of him before. To be honest, never heard of him since.
Yeah, I know.
But he just does an amazing job for that World Cup.
A classic example, James Rodriguez.
Yes, that's the one I was going to say there.
He's still playing. He's still playing. He's going to be in the
World Cup. Yeah.
But he scored that wonder goal. Was that last World Cup or the World Cup before?
World Cup before, I think. I think it was.
And then he went to Real Madrid, did nothing from what I can remember.
I don't know wasn't that good.
But yeah, you do get these randoms. That's funny. And I remember when Senegal did World Cup. Was it in 2000? Would they beat?
Well, Cameroon did that as a team. Roger Muller. Is it Roger Muller I'm thinking of?
Miller.
Yeah, Miller. That's it. Muller's yogurt. And just there's always one player that pops up from somewhere and it's like, wow, where's he come from? And you discover something new. And I think the other thing I really like about the World Cup is international teams have the best kits.
Yes.
They're much. I mean, to be fair, club teams have some great kits.
Yeah.
But the in that international kit.
Man, do you know?
They're just brilliant.
They do, and I think they put more thought into it. So I think club shirts, they're starting to get a bit samey with some of them. But with the international ones, like Norway's one. I saw Norway's one the other day, and I was like, whoa, where did that come from?
Did you see Mexico's one last night? Right, it's green.
Yeah.
But it's got like all these Aztec symbols on it, and you're like, oh, it looks so cool.
Yeah.
As a England, as a Britisher, I shouldn't really say this, but I love the Germany. I love the Germany kits. Germany kits have always been so cool.
Always nice. Is it Adidas?
With the
still Adidas.
It's always been Adidas because Adidas is German, right? So they always have Adidas. And you know the one they have with their flag basically like this. And it just looks sick. It just looks so good.
You sure it's Germany? I'm sorry, you sure it's Adidas? It is Adidas. No, because there was some controversy where
was
there? Nike were going to sponsor them. There was a story, I can't remember what it's called now. Nearly. Nike were going to sponsor them. But yeah, they need to stay with Adidas. Yeah, actually. The German kit looks nice.
Adidas do make better. I mean, again, I feel a bit conflicted because I quite like Nike, but I think Adidas make better kits than Nike.
Just remind me. As another statistic. Go on.
I'm going to say a couple of names and then you'll go. Okay, sorry, Karen.
Every team that's won the World Cup, the manager has been the same
from that
nationality.
Country. Yeah.
So Tuchel would be the first if that.
Yeah, he would be first one if it happens. Argentina's kit.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Ridiculously good. That white and light blue and white top stripes is just magical.
Yeah.
The Brazil yellow kit is just iconic.
It is.
Probably the greatest kit in world football. Netherlands orange is sick.
Oh, I never.
Have you seen
Yeah,
Japan's kit? It looks so good. It's white, but it's got these thin stripes, and again, it's an Adidas one, and it just looks so good.
Yeah.
Spain's one's slightly weird. It's like a weird orangey, yellowy color. That's an odd one. Both France and Italy's blues are iconic, but that azuri blue, that looks so good. So yeah, the kits are
iconic, isn't it? It is iconic.
Yeah.
These kits.
My favorite England kit is that old school red kit.
Yes.
That looks so cool. That old school, especially with the long arms. It slightly reminds me of Peter Crouch, but still, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
Red kit is nice.
Peter Crouch. What other ones? I mean, Cameroon had some legendary kits as
Cameroon,
well.
yeah.
And then you had that. I remember from '94, the Mexico goalkeeper. Do you remember his?
Oh yes, this is a kick.
No, that's not it. That's Higuita. You're getting mixed up.
Who's Higuita from?
Mexico, Colombia. Mexico. The goalkeeper kit from '94. Go and look at.
Oh, I remember what you mean. It was like really colourful.
Colourful, yeah. Yeah, I like the thought that goes into kits. I have to say, the World Cup kits. I think it's a big
to some
part.
extent. It's like because every country's already got its, I suppose, iconography down, right? So Ghana have got a really nice kit.
Yes, African kits generally are just like...
African kits have just got, what's the word? They've already got the flair.
I found a website. I'm just looking through them. It's like there's so many teams in it. I'll still get surprised by how many teams there are. It's just
the Brazil kits. The Germany kit. There's one in '94 which has got their kind of yellow, black, and red all across there. It just looks sick.
Puma make nice kits, I have to say. Puma and Cameroon, that's an amazing combination. Jamaica got nice.
Yeah.
Are Jamaica in the World Cup?
No, they're not, but they have a nice kit back in the day.
Japan have nice kits. Oh man, I just want to buy all of them. Where can you get it?
Yeah. The 1994.
I love Mexico's one. I didn't notice the Aztec stuff.
The 1994 Italy kit. It just looks mad, and they've got Roberto Baggio with it on, and it's got it's that lovely blue, and then it's got obviously the Italy flag and stuff, and then it's got some sort of cool pattern on it as well. So I'm looking at some old ones.
Yeah, Netherlands kits are always nice. I'm in love with the Norway kit. I don't know what it is. It's like those lines, the color, everything.
Yeah,
does it? I don't think there's a bad kit in the World Cup, man. They all look amazing this year. What is going on? Even the Saudi one
there's a lot
decent.
Of them. I'm trying the green ones. Some of these green ones are good.
Even the Scotland kit looks decent.
Is it blue? I'm trying to see it. Where is it?
It's blue. Adidas blue, yeah.
Oh, I like Senegal's one.
Senegal is nice.
Yeah. For some reason, that green, because not a lot of teams have green. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Norway one's really nice.
I know. I'll tell you, Norway just does it for me.
Sweden one's cool.
Sweden in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Man. Oh,
that's interesting. Korea's one with the flowers. That is cool. So basically, it looks like it's got purple flowers on the background. It's really nice.
Like in Turkey's kit as well.
It's Turkey. I'm not Turkey then. Is it red and white?
Yeah. It's red. Yeah, red and white. It's got the Turkey flag in the middle of a night tick.
Oh, yeah. That looks nice. I like that.
I don't know. USA could have been a bit better. I don't know. It just seems a bit garish for USA one.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah, nice one.
I'll catch up with you next week. And we'll watch a match at some point, shall I?
Try to stay awake.
When's England?
There's too many matches.
Well, by the way, I just saw the Turkey one. That looks really cool. There's a black one. Black with a gold.
Yes. There's a black
star on it. Yeah. It's like an away one, basically.
When is England's next match? Oh, is it Croatia? Yes, Croatia, 18th June, which is 6 days time, midnight. So is that
Next
Thursday?
Thursday.
Wait, but it says Thursday 12 a.m. That means it's Wednesday night.
Wednesday night. Yeah. The school finished.
Oh man, 3rd July.
My kid's school's finished.
Oh, you need to get your money back in that.
Can I have a discount, please? All right, I need to go on a
All right.
for a week.
All right.